Hello, this video is going to show you the new features for recording CBT certificates in the in-contact system, how to put them in, how to issue them, and how to use the new DL196 returns feature, which can return your CBT certificates to the DVSA using the new electronic returns feature. So the first thing I'll do is go into the CBT certificates section. Here it is. Here's the menu of things that you can do. So you can view issued certificates, view the books that you've entered, issue a duplicate CBT certificate, void a certificate, change certificate number, return the certificates to DVSA using the electronic returns feature, and lastly to configure the way that it works. I'll start here in the configure feature. This is where you'd enter your ATB name, ATB number, and then the instructor license numbers that you have for all of your instructors that do CBTs. So you can see here I've got them all entered already. You only have to set them up once, and then obviously the system will use them both when issuing the certificate and also when returning to the DVSA. Next, I'll show you where to add your CBT books. So if I go back up here in the section that says View CBT books, I can show the ones I've already got entered. So here's one that's actually been used completely, 23 certificates issued and 2 are void, and this is my current book, the one that's currently being used. What I'll do here is to add a new CBT book. So it will prompt me for the first number in the book. So if I enter that, there it is, it automatically knows that the next, that they're numbered from this point 25 forward. So I'll just click on the OK button there, and there it is. It's gone into the list of available CBT books. If you have more than one training location, then you can actually specify which one it's to be used in. So that's why this one says any location. These two are actually just to be used in these 2 locations. So now we have some CBT certificates in our system. I can now show you how they actually get issued. So if I come out of here, there are actually 3 different ways that you can issue the certificates depending on what part of the system you're in. So I'll run through them, each of them briefly. The first one is here in the registration form section. This is where your own instructors can issue the CBT certificates when they're actually out on the training pad. So I'll go in here. I know we had some on the 17th. Yeah, there are 3 there. So I'll click on that. I'll just pick on this first person here. Go down to the add notes after road ride, because this is where the certificate will be issued. Click on that and then choose CBT result passed, and this is where I get to choose the CBT certificate number. So if I click on the select button here, it will show me all of the available CBT certificate numbers. So I'll just choose the one at the top. There it is. So just enter the license number here, in it goes, and then here are the other fields, the issue time, the hours and minutes training. Obviously I can adjust these if necessary, and number of training days over which training took place, and then finally the restrictions. Here I can choose from a list of restrictions to be put on the certificate. I won't put any on there now. Staff member that actually did the CBT, and then finally some feedback. Just put in something briefly there, and then click on the OK, and that should issue the CBT certificate. The second way to issue a CBT certificate is directly from the diary itself. So if I go into diaries here and go to the 17th, which is where we have those CBTs running, you'll see here the Donald James one has already been done. If I click there, it says View CBT certificate. So there we can see his CBT certificate. I'll do Grace Jones here. I'll issue the CBT certificate for her right from the diary. So just click on her name, choose Issue CBT certificate, and you get a very similar screen to before. Issue date and time, certificate number. I'll just select from the available certificates, and it's filled in most of the other details for us because it knows about which CBT course she was on. So as usual there, I'll then click on OK, and that will issue her certificate. You'll see the little symbol here indicating that they have both passed their CBTs. Now, the third way to issue a certificate is actually from where you enter the book. So I'll go back into CBT certificates, go back into View Books, and click on this book here, which is the one that's being used. And you can see here are the two that have just been issued. But I can, if I click on this available one, I can actually issue a certificate directly from here. So I'll scroll up the top. This time, of course, we have to enter the contact name. So I know in this case, we had an Ethan Horton who was taking the CBT on the same day. So there he is. I'll choose his name. System knows that he took the CBT on the 17th of May, and it fills in the details for you just as before. So click on the OK button there, and there it is. So there are our 3 CBT certificates that I've issued today. So I'll come out of here, go back to our main menu. If I go into View Issued Certificates, you'll now see those 3 that we've entered today, along with the previous 200 that have been issued, although you can actually view absolutely all certificates that have been issued by clicking on that. And in here, you can also search on a certificate number. So if I was looking for, say, one that ended in 522, there you go. It's done a quick search and brought up the details, and I can click on the details there, view CBT certificate details, and there it is, issued to Mr. Zach Page, and when he did his training. I'll just reset that so we can see the entire list there. Right, so next thing is to show you how to issue a duplicate certificate. So if I click here, it will then ask me, okay, what was the original certificate number? So I'm going to enter in here one that I know is on our system. I'll click on Find, and sure enough, there it is. It's pulled up the details and tells me who it was issued to and date and time. Now I can choose the new certificate number. So I'll click on the select here, and this will show me all of the available certificate numbers we have. Once again, I'll just click the top one in the list, click on Issue New Certificate Now, and there you go. It's been done. I'll click on Yes so we can view it. There are the details, and you can see here it's recorded the fact that it is a duplicate of an existing certificate. How to void a certificate. So I'll click in here, enter the number of the certificate I wish to void, click on Find, then it says, yes, this certificate has not been issued. Are you sure you wish to void it? And I'll just click on here, yes, I am sure. There you go. That has now been marked as void. In fact, if I go into our CBT books and have a look there, we should see there it is. There's the voided one. Okay, I'll come out of there, and next is how to change the certificate number. This is when you have recorded the right details but on the wrong certificate number, and all you need to do is switch the numbers. So rather than removing all the details and having to write them down and enter them again, you just switch the numbers so that the right number is on the right certificate. So I'm going to go in here. It asks us for the first certificate number that needs changing, so I'll enter that here and it will find the details. Here we go. So we know that was issued to Miss Sarah Abbott. Now it's going to ask us for the second one. Now I know that this one was actually the very next certificate. So I'll click on the Find button there, and here are the details. It was actually two people with the same surname, and the certificates got entered the wrong way around. So Sarah ended up with the one that ends in 02, and Nicholas ended up with the one that ended in 03. So what we're going to do is just switch them round. So there we go. Certificate numbers have been switched. Would you like to view? So this will, I think, show us the first. This is Sarah's one. So that's now changed to 03, and Nicholas will have changed to 02. Right, I'll come out of there, and finally we're going to look at the how to return the certificate books back to the DVSA using the electronic returns feature. Now, as books fill up, it will actually change this little green badge here. So I know I've got one ready to return. Obviously, if there were more, it would say so. So I'm going to click in here. Here it is. This is the book that is now complete that I can return to the DVSA. So I'll click here to return it. Now, what it will do is a whole set of checks to make sure that the data that's being returned is accurate. So it will check your ATB number, the instructor license numbers, and the license numbers of the people that you're returning, and if it finds any mistakes, it will throw them up on the screen for you to correct. So in this case, it's found two driving license numbers that are incorrect. So I'm going to fix these ones. The first one here looks like it needs pop a couple of letters in there, and actually this is still showing as invalid because these middle set of numbers here actually need to be a genuine date, because it's actually the rearranged birthday, and the system's detected that that isn't a possible date. That's why it's still showing as wrong. So I'll correct that now. Right, let's just put that in. That should be 60527. That should be a correct date. Yeah, there we go. And likewise, this one, it looks like the date part is incorrect as well. So let's correct that. There we go. So I should now be able to click on the next button, and that should save those away. Yep. So that's okay. Now it's showing me my returns that are going back here. So these are all of the certificates that are about to be returned. Means I can just scroll down, check that they look fine. If there is anything here that I think is odd or incorrect, I can just click on any of them and make any alterations that might be necessary. Anyway, this all looks good. So I'll click on the next button, and this takes us to the final screen that you can actually do the returns. Now, there's two methods you can use, but I highly recommend this top one. This is where the in-context system itself will generate the file that's needed in exactly the right format. It will create the email, and it will send it, and it records it all within the in-context system. So it makes it really, really simple to return. So let's go ahead and do that now. I'll just click on this button here. It'll then say this is going to send it back to DVSA now. Click on yes to confirm. I'll click on that, and there you go. That's it. It's actually already generated it and sent it. And I can show you what it's sent if I click on OK there. It says, yep, there are no books to return now because we've returned that one that needed returning. Now, you'll see here, there you go, it's created a new company for us where it can store the details. I'll click on that, and you'll see how there is our first return showing in the list. So it's got the actual file itself as an attachment, and the actual details of what was returned and when. If the DVSA respond to any of these emails, then the response will also come back into this company, so you can get a complete audit of everything that's been sent and been sent back. We'll also show the other method to return the DL196 returns back, which is using this one. This is if you want to return them back yourself. So if I click on here, it will talk me through the steps. So you've got to download the certificate file, create an email that's correctly addressed, and then attach the file that you've downloaded. So it's a lot more complex, and I'd highly recommend just using this first option where it's all done for you, and there's a complete audit trail built into the system for you to look back on. Okay, that's it. That actually shows you all of the features that are in this view section. I hope you find them useful.